Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I am going to be doing a VOD review of me and my duo. We're playing, this is my first VOD review of Season 5. In this video, I'm basically just going to be VOD reviewing a game where we play second, and basically what we did wrong, what we did right, and how we can improve as a duo. So this is going to be my first VOD review of Season 5, like I said, and this is not my gameplay, this is my duo partner's gameplay. So I am actually going to be, using that because it's just going to be a lot easier, because I can't record on my PC, it's very laggy, so yeah. So hopping right into it, this is basically, me and my duo playing. So yeah.
I'll just DM you when I'm able to.
So right here, where we land steamy stacks, we like to land back building because main is usually contested right here. So right around here is main is normally contested. But yeah, that's normally what it's like. So continuing on, let's continue. So a kid does decide to contest us right here, and my duo sees this right here. I can go back here. My duo sees this weapon, and he sees this weapon. So he decides to land on the SMG because I think he knows that it's a better, I guess, choice than the TAC, because the TAC isn't really good from range, so he can very easily kill this guy right here. So if we continue, he lands on it, and he decides to kill him. Nice. So he kills him. And and that's one thing that's very important. I tell my duo partner to shake him. That's one thing I've noticed a lot of players don't do. They will not shake down their opponents, especially during like team game modes, which is really, really, really important, because you need to know where the enemy teams are. So I'm pretty sure I asked him to shake. Actually, right here, I'm pretty sure I kill his duo partner. So I do this. If you guys don't see, so it's me and my friend Specters. His name is Spectre XDX, but basically we're playing duos. And I'm pretty sure I kill his partner here. So yeah, his partner has a gun, and then I one-shot him. So I kill his partner.
You gotta be joking me.
And sadly, what happened there, if you guys didn't notice, so my partner was popping a medkit, and he wanted to wait until the medkit was done in order to kill his person, so he would get 50 shield for Siphon. But the guy rushed me, and I had to kill him before, so I wasn't able to do that. But that's fine. Continuing on, I'm just gonna forward a little bit. Right here, my partner's popping a big pot, and he notices that there's another kid here, and he calls it out here. So you guys will hear it. Yeah, so one thing that we do at Steamy Stacks, this is really important. You need to understand the ups and downs of your drop spots. So right here, I go to place a bounty because I know that it's really useful, and I know that we'll know if there's any kids near us. So I tell my duo partner to stay here and farm because he doesn't obviously have too much mats. There's like, I don't know, he's like 50, 80, and I don't know, 135. So he doesn't have too great mats. So but continuing on, he hears another kid, so he calls it out, and I'm like, okay. So I turn around and I come back to my duo partner. That's really important. No, he's not. I hear him. All right, so right here, so he got a big pot, which is really lucky. 2 big pots. That's very lucky.
I'm coming down.
So I got this kid down to 1 HP. And right here, this is really important. I think people don't really realize I was attacking from this angle. So if I go back like a couple of seconds, right around here, So when I was in this situation, I saw the kid, and I was like, okay, where is he? And like, I was like, okay, how can I attack this guy? Because I didn't know what health he was at. So right here, you guys see that I'm attacking from this angle, and this kid decides to turtle right there. So I go into the room and there's a window right here that I use to kill both of them. And you guys will eventually see that I kill both of the people on their team in the kill feed. So right here, continuing on. Kill one.
Dude, he's
one's dead. Yeah. Second's dead.
There's another. Oh, wait. Killed the door.
Yeah, so I killed both of them. That's a pretty solid elimination batch, I guess. I don't believe we fight anybody else in Steamy Stacks. Unless, I guess we might actually. And no, we do not. So right here, in terms of rotation, me and my partner, we really like we prefer dead side for mid game, just because it's not, this is arena, just to let you guys know. It's not like a real, there's no real reason to be in congested side, because that's where we're probably going to die, and we prefer to kind of just like, play safe.
I got max 3,
so
max 4 or 5.
For the most part, I prefer to rotate towards Orchard and Craggy Cliffs. That's a really good spot for me. But yeah. And if we continue on right here, you guys will see we're farming. We're just, basically doing normal mid-game. And right here, if you guys see, I'm going to wait until for a second where my partner shows the map right here. So, if you guys see, I can pause it right right here. So look, the circle, we landed steamy stacks, and then we rotated, hang on, let me just make this a little bit smaller. We landed steamy stacks, then we rotated to this gas, and then we came up over to this, and then now we're over down near this bridge. So right here, I know that the majority of the fights are going to be near Salty, near, Coliseum and Weeping and in Holly Hedges. So all the fights are really going to be around there, and basically this is going to be the congested side of zone. So I'm saying, since I'm the IGL of our duo, I'm like, okay, let's head up towards Stealthy or like Coral Castle area, because I know that Circle is going to pull there, because pretty much Circle always pulls there. So what I'm planning for our rotate, should be this color right here. I'm going to make it in blue. It's going to go up to Stealthy, and then depending on where Circle pulls, we go. And Circle eventually does end up pulling Coral. You guys will see that. So yeah, that's basically my thought process behind this rotation. So if we continue on, let's watch. He pings Stealthy, and then we're pretty much just rotating across this bridge. We find some more meds and stuff. And my actual goal, once this circle pulls, I'll actually show you guys. Let's see if he pulls up map anytime. Right here. So right here. I noticed that the circle pulls, this general area, and I know that the congested side of zone is definitely going to be like right around here. This little area near Sweaty. There's going to be a lot of fights happening. Even here, actually, I'd say that even this little part. So right now, in between us, there's all of Pleasant Park. So I'm saying, I actually said, right at the very beginning of this this rotation, I said, our goal is going to definitely be this castle. Let me make that into a different color. But it's definitely going to be this castle right here. Fort Crumpet is really, really good. That's the name of the castle. Fort Crumpet's really, really good because most of the time it's uncontested in early games. So there's loot left over there. That you can just loot. And I was like, okay, so if we're gonna get there, we're gonna go around near this house, or we're gonna go through Pleasant. And I knew right now that there's nobody in Pleasant Park because all of the fighting's happening around here. Anybody that went to Pleasant most likely rotated over towards Sweaty, towards Salty. Nobody really stayed in this general area. So I say let's go through Pleasant. And eventually you guys will see that we do end up going through Pleasant. And it really just, helps our rotation a little bit, makes it go a little bit smoother. So yeah. And I tell my partner to keep switching seats. Yeah. So once we're in Pleasant, we get over to the beach. If you guys see right here. Ideally we should be over here. Yeah, that's what I just said. So ideally we should be on that castle. And then I tell him to get out and tell him to hop in the boat. So hopping in the boat's really useful here because it's just a faster way to rotate. And honestly, there's nobody really near us as of right now. We're in the very, very dead side of zone. In here, we do get sniped at. We're going up to the castle. We do get sniped at, but that's honestly fine. And yeah, I tell them to keep strafing. That's really important. If you strafe like this, it's way harder for somebody to hit you. So obviously we get to Fort Crumpet. We start looting a little bit because we just kind of need the loot. We need that propellants, I guess if that's a word, propellants of materials and this loot. And we both upgrade. He upgrades to a green charge, I upgrade to a purple tack. And the way that my duo's like weapon mechanics are, he chooses a charge most of the time and I choose a tack, simply because that combo of like if I'm taking a wall, he can hold out the charge just in case they want to peek, and I can be taking the wall. It's a bit more of an efficient play style, and we really like to play smart. And right here, you guys will see that we do get pushed by a team coming up right around here. So let me just show you. Yeah, so right here, let me actually pause it. Oh, whoops. Yeah, so there's a team right here. They were like right around this area before, and they decided to push us here. And one thing I'm sure to call out, obviously our comms could improve, but one thing I'm sure to call out is I'm on height, and that just really gives my duo a sense of where I am. And you should always give your position a good location.
44?
And that's a good 44 tag by my duo right here.
No, I know. I was just waiting for them to make a peek in the hill.
And that's one important thing. I say watch out for third parties because I know that there's kids in Coral. I know that there's kids over here. I know that there's kids in like even back here. So, anybody could third party us nowadays with the the addition of shockwaves and rift fish in the game. So it's a bit I'm a bit reluctant to push this fight. And as you guys can see, we do get third partied a little bit. And one thing about my comms is that I do kind of talk very fast, and I kind of wish that I didn't. So that's just one thing about comms. If you guys are talking fast, it's a bit irritating for your duo. And I feel really bad because my duo partner, I think he finds it difficult to understand my comms sometimes, and that's on me because I just talk too fast. But that's with everybody. Everybody has issues like that. So right here, I tell my duo partner we can just chill here because there's nobody really in our area. With the exception of the people below us, with the exception of them. But that, you know, that's fine. We just vibe here for a little bit. And with next zone, I tell my duo partner, we're going to bounce our shockwave right here.
Alright, yeah.
I tell him we're gonna bounce our shockwave.
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Can we do it now, actually?
I'm down.
Bouncers. Okay, yeah, ready?
Yep.
Actually, yeah, we just shockwave, so we just shockwave to the zone. He got a great shockwave.
Watch your back.
He's gonna get shot at here, I'm pretty sure.
Unless with the literal.
And I guess not actually. I guess he doesn't get shot. So my duo's just chilling here. He went up another layer. That's okay. So right here we just vibe for a little bit. You know, we're just chilling around until half and half zone. So I do go for a couple of risky peeks and I get sniped a little bit. If you see, you guys are gonna see right here, I get sniped.
Like 65.
So right here I'm gonna show you guys what a good peek is. So right here you guys can see the wall. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong tool. There's a wall right here. So you could definitely peek with the window. That's one of the best peeks I would recommend. But also in this situation, I know these guys have a sniper and I'm still peeking them, giving them a direct LOS to snipe me. And that was a really bad choice of mine. You guys do see that I do get sniped. I don't get headshot sniped, but I do get body shot sniped. Right there.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And I think I'm very guilty of like that whole, I guess, very like open vibe. Like I'll be too I guess peakish, if that's like a word. Like I'll look at for too many peaks and too many shots on kids when we really don't need it. Like look at our loot. We have 3 shockwaves. We have max mats. We have 6 chugs, 3 bigs. You know, this is just my duo. I can't even explain the loot that I have. I have a purple tack, purple scar. So yeah, right here when zone pulls, I'm gonna actually try to find a place where he pulls up the map. Right here. I'm gonna see if he pulls up the map.
That was a bad call, sorry. I'm leaving that zone, bro. That's not bad. That's actually really good. That's
So if he does pull up map here, let me see if he does. Right.
Don't peek. No, it's free.
Let me see if he pulls up map anywhere. So okay, he doesn't pull up map, but basically, I noticed one thing. We want this rotation. So as you guys can see, we're over here. You guys can look in the top right corner right now. We're over here, and we need to be over here on this blue right here. So I say, why don't we go ahead and just rotate using what's it called? You know, a free rotate, like, because we're right here. Nobody's on this side. This is completely uncontested. If you guys can see my black, it's completely uncontested, and it's very easy. To just, you know, get over here without being shot at. So I'm like, okay, this is great. And then we go ahead and we rotate. We do get shot at a little bit, but it's not, you know, fatal. So yeah, you know, it's not too bad if you guys think, if you think about it. So continuing on, we're pretty much based up. We're doing pretty good. And yeah, so right here, when first moving pulls, I say, so right here. As you guys can see, it does pull back. Look in the top right corner if you want to see. It does pull back. So this is a really good rotate for us. You know, we're going to do pretty good. And we have really good mats for the most part. So my thought process behind this rotate is nobody... There's one team over here. Oh, whoops. I did not mean to click that. There's one team over here. But there's nobody really, like, that's going to shoot us, like, have a good LOS on us, I guess. So I'm like, okay, these are our builds right here. So I'm saying, let's just chill here and play low ground and just rotate this zone on low ground, and then try to take height in zones after that. Because I don't know if I forgot to tell you this, guys, but I have a rift fish, so I have tools to take height if we need to. So yeah, and then right here we do get sniped at. Yeah, and I know that we're gonna get shot at, so I tell my duo partner to hold, and then I decide to build a little bit.
We're good. Okay, I have no wood, 0. Like literally 0.
Yeah. So right here we rotate through. We rotate using our old builds, and we try to look at height, and we do knock out height here because they weren't really in a good spot, I think, and I think it was really, really easy. They were wasting a lot of mats. The height players right now are very stupid. They were wasting a lot of mats. But yeah, so that's true. The kids on height were being weird.
I want to shoot them down. Yeah.
So right here, we sprayed them down, and this just
had the same idea.
I think one's dead.
So yeah, this guy did not die to fall. He took like 77 fall damage, and I realized that after a little bit. And then I started tarping. With my duo here. I tarp for him. And these are our old builds. And then I guess that just didn't really work. So what happened right here is he came back up. He's just following me. He's trying to be obedient. That's the one thing I love about my duo. He's very he listens to me. And in endgame, I think like for the most part my calls are pretty good and I have pretty decent rotates. But if I don't, he definitely calls me out on that, which is he's a great teammate. So, this is a very good call out. I hear a kid popping a half pot
Yeah,
because I know that there's people to fight.
He's probably half up below us.
That's a great call out.
Yeah.
And yeah, so right there, I think that was an issue on my part. I didn't really keep track of my materials. And I think that's a big issue. But honestly, that's fine. So I ask him for brick, he drops me his brick, he splits it, and then we tarp to next zone. And I keep resetting the wall behind me for some reason. I don't know why, I think that's just a bad habit. But honestly, that's okay. So we're just continuing on here. We're just building up. Right here, I say let's go for height, and then I had no mats, and that was probably the biggest mistake of this game. I scuffed us so hard because I made my duo partner waste mats that he didn't need to. I wasted mats that I didn't need to. There was some big issues right here. But you know, that's okay. We're just continuing on. And yeah, he does get a big tag on somebody here. Yeah, so right here, I rifted. I don't know if you guys can see. I rifted, I'm up above, and my duo partner's fighting on low ground. My duo partner is a very good fighter, so right here, he clutches. He gets a couple of kills. I'm pretty sure he gets 1 or 2. Whoops, I didn't mean to pause that. He gets a couple of kills, and that just helps him get a refresh on mats a little bit. He does get a lot of mats from this kid.
I got a kid.
So he kills a kid, he gets the mats, and he decides to go forward. I don't think he realizes this, but zone does pull back. Alright, and I call it out. Yep, and I ask for materials. I ask him to split. He does split. Okay, he splits. And then we're doing pretty good. There are these kids coming for height. These kids are very weird, in my opinion. So right here, you got a good knock. That's a pretty solid knock. So I'm just gonna actually let this play out because I don't think there's anything really that we did wrong here. I think that the only thing is that we weren't on the same page in terms of tarp. I was tarping in wood and he was tarping in metal, which is just not the greatest thing, but you know, whatever. He has a lot of AR ammo and he should have been spraying a bit more, but that's honestly okay that he's not.
I can shockwave up. I'm a shock up.
And that was a really good shockwave up. We secured height with this. However, I didn't think he realized he didn't have any mats right here, and that actually leads to his death. I accidentally just went forward, but that leads to his death. But basically right here, I killed this kid, and then he dies to his fall.
I had no more mats.
It's a very unfortunate thing when that happens, but he died to fall because he didn't keep track of his mats, but that's okay. Because I was pretty much fine here. However,
he's down here.
Yeah, so I screwed up big time here. And so basically, I placed a bouncer on the floor, but then a bouncer also placed on the wall and launched me like really deep, like I don't know, 70, 80 meters into storm. So I had to bouncer back in, and if I didn't, I was gonna die. So I was really low HP when I got back in.
He's down. He's in zone right now. Just hold him.
Yeah. So I had no mats here. I was like, oh, what am I supposed to do? And I think this was a very dumb idea of me going over there. And then I think that lagged a little bit, and I did sadly die to that, but that's okay. But yeah, guys, I think the best thing to take away from this VOD is that play a bit more, like, you know, be a bit more on the same page and understand your dead side rotates. Really understand the place that you're going. I think us getting over to that castle really helped us secure that second place finish. And we're really smart with our rotates in our kills. We got about 7 kills, I believe, in total as a duo. So we did pretty well. And honestly, in early game, we have really good coordination in early game. The only time we don't is maybe if one of us like gets, you know, separated from the other. But coordination is really important. So I'd say, just guys, the main message to take away: get coordinated. Get coordinated with, you know, your cooperation. Be on the same page and all that stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a long VOD. It was one of my longer ones. But yeah, that's about it. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.